Help me figure this out. Gennady Golovkin had all these belts. He was being praised for having so many belts. I mean, Gennady Golovkin had belts for spare. I mean, people were praising Gennady Golovkin for having all these belts, being unified. Gennady Golovkin had belts to spare. He had a whole bunch of belts. And again, his weird fans praised him for having all those belts. Last time I checked, in order for a fighter to become world champion, they have to take a belt off a champion. And when you look at the amount of champions that Gennady Golovkin has beaten, it doesn't add up. All those belts that he got dangling in his closet doesn't add up to the amount of champions that he's beaten. Gennady Golovkin has beaten 3 champions. Well, you can say 2.5, because if you count a vacant belt, then you can say he beat 3 champions. David Lemieux, Ryota Murata, and Sergey Derevyanchenko. Now, he fought and beaten Sergey Derevyanchenko for a vacant belt, if you count Sergey Derevyanchenko as a champion. But he beat 3 champions in my book. But again, it does not add up to the amount of belts that he has dangling in his closet. Gennady Golovkin unified, 2-time unified, all these, belts just floating everywhere. But he's only beaten 3 world champions. Can someone make that make sense? Gennady Golovkin, big drama show, Hall of Fame. He's only beaten 3 world champions. 3. And the world champions that he's beaten, neither of them are going into the Hall of Fame. Neither of them were on the pound-for-pound list. Neither of them were world class. So what are we talking about here, people? I mean, make it make sense. Ryota Murata, David Lemieux, and Sergey Derevyanchenko. Which one of those fighters are Hall of Fame? Which one of those fighters are elite? Which one of those fighters were pound for pound? Which one of those fighters you can consider world class? Ryota Murata and David Lemieux are both trash. Both of them are trash. So, I mean, everybody's talking about, 2-time unify this, just belts everywhere for Golovkin. I mean, again, he got belts to spare, but he's only beaten 3 world champions. And last time I checked, like I said a second ago, in order for a fighter to get a belt, they got to take a belt off another title holder. And Gennady Golovkin has taken 2 belts off of 2 title holders, and he fought for a vacant belt. So something not adding up. All these belts, unified, 2-time unified. Gennady Golovkin had all these belts. Belts for days. But he only has 3 champions that he's beaten to show for. But I'll make it make sense for you. Gennady Golovkin was an email champion his whole career. An email champion. That's what Gennady Golovkin was. And these fans refused to label Golovkin as being an email champion because he was an email champion. 2-time unified, all these belts for days, but he's only beaten 3 world champions. And neither of those champions that he's beaten were unified. David Lemieux was never unified. Ryota Murata was never unified. And Sergey Derevyanchenko was never a world champion. Make it make sense. Sergey Derevyanchenko was never a legit world champion. Golovkin fought that man for a vacant belt. So Golovkin being unified means absolutely nothing when he never taken the titles off of a champion. He's never taken titles off of a champion. He's only beaten 2 champions. I mean, he's beaten 2 title holders for 1 belt. But you guys parade this man around like he's been doing nothing but collecting belts off the back of champions. And he hasn't been doing that. He's only beaten 2 title holders, and he's beaten 1 good fighter for a vacant title.